Alright, welcome back to another Blender tutorial. Today we're going to create a simple fruit model. We can use the default cube to do this, so let's go into modeling and let's go into top view 7. Let's go into wireframe and let's do a couple of loop cuts using Control R. Once like that. And once again, on the x-axis, Control R, click and release. All right, very simple. Now let's go into front view, just hit 1, and let's do another couple of loop cuts. Let's do about 4 like this. And now we will begin shaping our fruit. So let's just grab the bottom portion and scale it in. We'll do this for the next few portions like this, like so. And we're gonna just do a pear-shaped fruit. That's the idea that I have for this particular model, and so that's what we're going to go with. Something similar to the shape of a pear. Okay, not quite a pear yet, but we're going to get there. Okay, and so pear has a larger bottom half than the top half, and it kind of bottlenecks towards the top like this. So what I'm going to do is actually delete this middle vertice and actually extrude the top a few more times, or just once, and then do a couple of loop cuts like so, and then create the top portion of our fruit like this. Okay, that looks decent. Now let's go into top view and give this square fruit a bit of a rounder shape. So let's grab all the vertices on the y-axis and scale y, like so. And then let's deselect, and let's grab all of the vertices on the x-axis and scale x, and deselect. And you see that our fruit is starting to take form. We have a pretty nice pear-shaped fruit now. Pears don't have a square bottom, so let's actually delete the bottom vertice as well. And let's give our pear a bit of a rounder shape by extruding once, scaling it in, add a face, and I think that's pretty decent. Let's see what this looks like in solid view. Not bad. Let's see what it looks like smooth. The bottom of the pear is still a little too flat, so let's actually extrude that again. So just round it off like so. And that has a much better taper. And we can do the same with the top. Give it a nice round taper so that it appears more organic and less square and pixelated. Like so. Add a face. I think we've got a pretty decent pear shape. Should bring this one in just a bit. Give it a more rounder shape. Something like that. That's perfect. Okay, excellent. Now we want to create the stem of the fruit, and we can do that by simply grabbing the top portion and Shift D. We've duplicated the circle, and we can go into top view, just scale it down like so, and extrude on the Z axis. We'll add a couple of loop cuts so we can give it a little curve. Okay, so let's just rotate this. Then we'll rotate it some more. And once again, just like the last tutorial video, your model does not need to look exactly like my model. That's the beauty of artistic creation. You can create whatever you want to create, and there's no wrong or right way to do it. With that, I'm going to give my stem a bit of a curve on the x-axis as well, so that it has a more 3D look from all sides, or a more dynamic 3D look. So it's 3D whether or not it's dynamic or not, but I want my fruit to look more organic and realistic. Alright, I think that is a pretty decent stem. Now let's put a little leaf on the side. We'll do that by duplicating just a piece like this. So let's just grab that, Shift D, duplicate. Let's go into side view, let's rotate this, like so. I'm going to get the narrow end closer to the stem, like a leaf would be. And let's just extrude these two vertices out. Like so, extrude again, like so. And then the leaf begins to taper off towards the end. Let's do one more to create a nice crisp point, like so. Alright, and let's thicken up this leaf so it looks a little more realistic. We'll just extrude, grab Y, and now our leaf is a little thicker. So, excellent. And let's just position the leaf in a nice way. Let's actually narrow down the side closest to the stem so that it can line up flush with the stem, like so. And let's line it up. Something like that works. It works pretty decently. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good. And I will probably scale up both the leaf and the stem just a bit. Looks a little small compared to the fruit. Something like that is perfect. That's perfect. All right, so we have created a simple fruit model in just a few minutes. Now let's add a little color to our model. Let's go back to modeling and let's select the leaf and let's do a nice leaf texture first. We'll go to the Materials Property tab. On the right hand side, it's just this button at the bottom. Please click it and go to base color. Let's drag that into a nice green. And the leaf is a little bit darker than that. Let's add a little specular to it. Yeah, that's very nice for a leaf color. Now you noticed the entire model took on that color. Well, that's because we haven't assigned other materials to the model. So let's go to the stem and select the entire stem. Let's add another material. We'll call it stem. And let's call this first one leaf. And for the stem, let's hit assign. You see that the stem actually changed to our new material when we assigned it. And let's change the stem to a light brown, something like that. And it's not specular because the stem is like wood, or it's made from the same material that wood would be made of, trees, you know. Stem is basically a tree. But that looks decent. Okay. And let's add our last texture, which is the actual fruit texture. And let's call this texture fruit. And a pear is green, but it's a softer green. It's a more muted green, so that's the color I'm going for. Let's hit assign, and let's get a softer green, something like this. Yeah. and it's very shiny, like so. Yeah, I like that. And it's very simple, very quick, but in no time, you've created a very simple fruit in Blender. We can add materials to this, obviously, if we'd like, and we can even make the stem look a little better by tapering the end of the stem down just a bit, like so. And that looks even better. So thank you guys for watching this Blender tutorial, how to make a fruit in Blender 2.91. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.